welcome you fans here to the AWA on ESPN for some more AWA Championship Wrestling. Tonight we've got a huge battle royal featuring 8 of the greatest AWA roster members. We're going to see Jump and Jim Brunzell in action as well here on the AWA. Welcome fans, we are back here at the Showboat Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are being joined right now by Shadow number 1 as he makes his way into the ring. His tag team partner Lou Fabiano, they're going to be going up against a couple of guys making their AWA debut. They are the Nasty Boys. Well, I'll tell you something about these Nasty Boys. They have a reputation, I don't mind telling you, to live up to that name. These guys play by their own rules, and they generally don't conform to those of the AWA and the sanctioning governing bodies. Brian Knobs, Jerry Saggs, they are the Nasty Boys. Couple of New York City thugs by their own definition. Oh, wait a minute, we've got action underway. They're not going to waste any time. Bell hasn't even sounded yet. Look at this, would you? Well, again, that's why they are called the Nasty Boys. Bell hadn't even started, and they went out and attacked Shadow number 1. Oh, continue to go to work on him right here. Brian Knobs of the Nasty Boys really putting the torque, if you would, on the head and the neck area of the Shadow. Fabiano on the apron. Good luck. That's all I can say. These two guys are going to absolutely take them apart. Well, it's definitely not up to a good start as we see tags now in the ring. For the first time as a legal competitor. But again, the rules are never going to get in the way of the Nasty Boys. No, definitely they will not. Nice move right there by Shadow number 1. Unfortunately, unable to follow it up with anything, and the tag team division here in the AWA is absolutely second to none in professional wrestling today. Got the Midnight Rockers and the Road Warriors. They will be our feature match tonight. in our main event, non-title match, but it is still the one we've been waiting for several weeks. Ever since the Midnight Rockers came on the scene, they have been lighting up the tag team division, and now the Road Warriors finally going to be facing them. But as we talk about those two great teams, you look at the Nasty Boys and you have to wonder where they're going to play into the tag team title picture. All right, finally a tag made, and now Shadow number 1 going to let Fabiano come in and take some of that damage himself, or maybe he'll get lucky and actually dish some of it out. I don't know. Well, he tried to, but that did not last very long. Now Fabiano with the reverse on the Irish whip. Sends Knobs. Oh, he goes after Sags. That might be a smart move, actually, because he's getting close to that corner, and bad things will happen when you get to that part of the world. Once again, into the turnbuckle he goes. Tag is made, and this is not going to end well, I'm afraid, for Mr. Fabiano. Double shoulder tackle right there by the Nasty Boys. Nice arm drag by Fabiano. Keeps himself alive in the match. Big uppercut as well. Now sending Sags into that corner. Here's the tag made. Fabiano sets him down. Drop toe hold. Follows up with a big elbow drop. Does the Shadow. Oh, that's a great offensive set right there by an unlikely team. Oh, that's what happens right there. You don't go against one Nasty Boy. You go against both. From the middle rope he goes. Big headbutt, and that might be all she wrote. And just like that, it is over. Well, the Nasty Boys with their AWA debut, a success, I would say. Yeah, no doubt about that. They came out and they made a point and a statement. Again, we talk about the Road Warriors, we talk about the Midnight Rockers. Now we've got to add the Nasty Boys to the equation because, well, quite honestly, they've earned the right. Look at that double shoulder block right there on Fabiano. Really took the wind out of him. Well, there was a moment right here where we actually saw these two guys have some offensive continuity, but that was short-lived. And that headbutt putting them away. There are your winners. They are the Nasty Boys. All right, fans, we've got a huge 8-man tag team match coming up. You'll want to be here for that one. And, of course, we've got the AWA World Tag Team Champions. They will be competing right here tonight in our main event. We'll be right back, fans. All right, we are back once again, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the Showboat Pavilion, and right now we are getting ready for an 8-man battle royal. $10,000 goes to the winner. I can tell you right now, a lot of the guys in this battle royal would do it for a lot less, some of them for nothing at all. They just want the opportunity to brawl, and they're going to get that opportunity. All right, we get to take a look at right now, first entrant, Jake the Milkman Milliman. This would be a huge feather in his cap if he were able to pull this one off. No doubt he hasn't exactly been on the biggest end of the paychecks here lately in the AWA, so any opportunity he could get to pull off a big victory like this one, well, all right, it is time now. Let's meet the people who will be trying to eliminate Mr. Milliman as well as each other. Capacity crowd here at the pavilion. Oh, there's the one. Superfly Jimmy Snuka. This man is just a little bit unhinged, to say the least. But he could be a devastating force in a match of this nature, I can tell you that. Well, it could work for him. It could also work against him. Superfly Jimmy Snuka, living up to the name. He likes to fly around. He likes to go up to that top rope. The problem is, if you go over that top rope, if he slips and falls, he's eliminated, and there goes his opportunity at $10,000. Very good point. The Superfly with a new look and a new outlook, I should say, here in the world of the AWA. Has not exactly been conforming to rules the way he had been in recent years. A lot of people not sure what to make of that, but I'll tell you right now, he is a force to be reckoned with, not just here in the AWA, but anywhere in professional wrestling. If you get the opportunity to take a look at Mr. Snuka in person, I wholeheartedly encourage you to take advantage. Oh, brother, here you go. Talked about KD bar the door. Hulk Hogan. Oh, indeed, Hulk Hogan is right now one of the top contenders for that World Championship. Jumpin' Jim Runzel recently winning a huge tournament, which has made him the #1 contender for the AWA title. But Hulk Hogan is right up there in the mix. Of course, he and Sergeant Slaughter have been having a series of, I guess for the lack of a better word, altercations. Well, you're right, for the lack of a better word. Sergeant Slaughter really submarine Hogan recently here on AWA television, and there's gonna be payback, I can tell you that. I know this man well enough to know that he is not going to take what happened lying down. And here comes the next entrant. This is the big Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Well, Chief Wahoo McDaniels, he's well known throughout the wrestling world. He's competed in the NWA. He's now in the AWA. He's been in world class. This guy is a success wherever he goes. Former lineman for the New York Jets. He's come very close to becoming a world champion on a number of occasions. One of the things that he has told us that he is here to do is to take that America's title back from one Boris Zukov. So that's one thing he would like to do in the very near future. We may indeed get to see him do that. Fans, let's tell you about some action that'll be coming up here in the AWA. We're going to be going to the Minneapolis Met Center in Minnesota, and we are going to have a super card of wrestling that night. There'll be more details in the weeks to come on that. Well, he still carries Old Glory with him, but he hasn't been acting in a very respect-worthy, shall we say, manner when it comes to one Hulk Hogan. Well, Sergeant Slaughter felt that he was the All-American hero, that he was here for that purpose, and that Hogan has then gone out and stolen that from him. He feels like he's been held in the shadows of Hulk Hogan when it comes to being a real American. Now, nobody's going to discount Sergeant Slaughter and his contributions to this great country. Well, absolutely not. As I would say former Marine, but then they'll always tell you there's no such thing as a former Marine. So as a United States Marine, Sergeant Slaughter doing a great service for his country. But what he's done here in the AWA over the past 3 weeks, somewhat tarnishing that reputation, I would say. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. But for whatever reason, Sergeant Slaughter has made it clear that he doesn't care. He is going to go after Hulk Hogan. He is going to make it to the point where one of them is gone. All right, we take a look right now at a guy. This is a huge individual, near 7 foot tall, near 300 pounds. This is Big Scott Hall. Oh, Big Scott Hall, I'll tell you, this guy's been on the radar for some time now, and he's a man's man, and he can walk a mile anytime. A match like this, I would think, would really play to his strengths. He's very athletic for a big man, and then he's got the size and strength to put anyone else in this event over that top rope for sure. The only thing that he has working against him is a lack of experience, but he's getting that very quickly here in the AWA. Oh, he's going to get plenty more of it right here tonight. Once again, $10,000 on the line. That's what these men are competing for. And here is the former AWA World Heavyweight Champion, one Larry Zbyszko. Well, Larry Zbyszko has made it clear he wants the world title back. He's not going to settle for Rick Martel walking around with that belt very long. He's had an opportunity to get it back, and he failed it. I don't think anybody walking into that tournament expected that Jim Brunzell was going to be the winner, and that is no insult whatsoever to Mr. Brunzell. It's just the fact that there were some monster names in that tournament, and I think any one of them would have been a favored over Jim Brunzell, but he showed what it's all about. Heart and determination, and he had both of those, and perhaps the fact that other people were also overlooking him in the tournament. Well, that's always going to be a big mistake. If you look past the man in front of you, then the good chance is that you will not be on the winning side. That's how you get the short end of the paycheck for certain. All right, here he comes. The one, the only. He's a legend. He is a superstar, you might even say, in the Memphis area. Now coming here into the AWA, world-renowned Jerry the King Lawler. Well, Jerry the King Lawler, the self-titled king of wrestling, but then he does go out and he backs it up. He puts on a great match. He's technically sound. He got into the business. He was a fan doing artwork. And that's how he got into the business. Indeed, one Lance Russell kind of discovered him at a very early age. And then from there, things just progressed. All right, bell sounds, action's underway. Look at this. Oh, Hogan wasting no time going after Sergeant Slaughter. Jake the Milkman Milliman. And Hulk Hogan dropping him across the top rope. Milliman and Hogan tied up again. Slaughter's got Big Scott Hall up in the air. We've got 8 bodies in this ring. Superfly Jimmy Snuka in the background. I'll tell you right now, you're right, there's a lot of action happening here in a very small area. Thus far, nobody been eliminated. Thus far, nobody close to being eliminated. Pinfalls in place as well. That's a new wrinkle on this one. Big Scott Hall going at it with Hulk Hogan. We've got the King, Jerry Lawler. Lawler's down in trouble. Zbyszko's standing up, and there it goes. The Milkman is in trouble. There's the Irish whip, sends him into the ropes. Well, the Milkman just delivered to Hulk Hogan. Meantime, Jerry Lawler going at it with Larry Zbyszko. Hogan with that clothesline. Referee there. There's going to be a cover. 2 count. Well, this is a unique battle royal. We thought it was going to be over the top rope, but apparently it's going to be pinfall submission. Well, this is the AWA, so anything can happen. The Milkman now going to work on Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Wahoo McDaniels now with the Hulkster. Back body drops him. You have no friends in this one, that's for certain. $10,000 on the line to whoever wins. Oh, now Hogan. Slaughter with that Cobra Clutch on Big Scott Hall. Well, we talked about, that's it. Scott Hall's been eliminated. Slaughter gets that one. We talked about the experience that he would be able to gain in a match like this, and he just got some first-class experience at the hands of Sergeant Slaughter. And now it is Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Snap there, takes him down, driving a knee into the back. Superfly Jimmy Snuka going all the way up to the top rope. Hogan just took Slaughter down. It is Jerry the King Lawler now with Hogan. He has him up against the ropes. Back elbow by the Hulkster. Meantime, Superfly Jimmy Snuka has got the opportunity. There goes Lawler. He's down and he's in trouble. 2 count on Wahoo McDaniels as well. And now Hogan has got a bear hug. Jerry Lawler is in trouble. Well, Lawler definitely is in trouble, but he's fighting his way out of it. And he claps the ears and now Sergeant Slaughter is right there, but Lawler taking Slaughter down. Double team on Sergeant Slaughter now. Once again, Hulk Hogan finally got his hands on him, throwing Slaughter across the ring. But it's Wahoo McDaniels now getting involved with a big chop to the head. And Hogan is eliminated. Well, Chief Wahoo McDaniels took advantage of the opportunity after being distracted by Slaughter. Hogan focusing his attention there. We've got bodies down everywhere right now. Lawler's down. Jake the Milkman Milliman somehow still a part of this match. Can you believe it? The Superfly Jimmy Snuka going over, drops the elbow on the back of Sergeant Slaughter. And Jerry Lawler almost getting Larry Zbyszko. Wahoo McDaniels now on the receiving end of some punishment by the Milkman. We started out with 8. We are now down to 6. Who will be the next one to be eliminated? We're going to find out soon. Superfly Jimmy Snuka going to work now on Sergeant Slaughter, and for some reason breaking up the pinfall attempt by Wahoo McDaniels on the Milkman. I don't understand why. Only one person's going to win this one, unless the Superfly somehow thinks that the Milkman could be an assist to him at some point in this match, which I seriously doubt. There are 10,000 reasons why he wouldn't be. Big move by Sergeant Slaughter, goes for the cover. Superfly is in trouble. Referee is in position. There's 1, 2. Snuka out the back door. Well done. And now sleeper hold. The Milkman is in trouble. It is Wahoo McDaniels getting ready, and it's over. For the Milkman. He's done. And then there were 5. Lawler going to be eliminated by Larry Zbyszko. Oh, they're dropping like flies now. I'll tell you, down to the final 4. I'd say it's March Madness. But we're in October, so you go figure. Oh, the big chop right there by Wahoo McDaniel on Sergeant Slaughter, and it's busted it wide open. He now takes Superfly Jimmy Snuka down as well. Right now, the big Indian War Chief, Wahoo McDaniel, is the best man standing at this point in time. Slaughter, the blood streaming down the forehead as Larry Zbyszko goes after his old nemesis. Wahoo McDaniels and Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Look at Larry Zbyszko's got his feet up on the ropes. Referee doesn't see it. He gets 2 only. Well, how about that? Sergeant Slaughter on the receiving end of some of the chicanery that he's been guilty of. Snuka is in a sleeper hold. He's in trouble. Referee wants to know if he's had enough. He survived somehow. But now Wahoo hooks the leg. That might have taken it out of him, and it did. The Superfly has been landed. Well, that's how you ground the Superfly. You cut off the oxygen and the blood supply to the brain, and that's what that sleeper hold does. Wahoo McDaniels on the top rope. Larry Zbyszko tearing away at the open wound on the head and the face of Sergeant Slaughter. There again, the overhead chop, and now immediately Wahoo McDaniels turns his attention toward Larry Zbyszko. Now Wahoo, what's he going to do here? Looks like it's going to be a version of the camel clutch. Zbyszko's in trouble. Larry Zbyszko's in trouble. The referee better turn around and figure out what's going to happen. Well, Zbyszko manages to survive it. He goes for the cover on Wahoo McDaniels. Gets one. He gets two. Wahoo able to get out the back door. It's a three-man match at this point. One of these three men going to win the $10,000. Will it be Larry Zbyszko? Will it be Sergeant Slaughter? Or will it be Wahoo McDaniels? Big elbows right there by Larry Zbyszko into the midsection. Now dropping Wahoo face first into the canvas. Oh, there's that counting clothesline. Sergeant Slaughter really doing a number. Follows it up with a knee right to the face of Larry Zbyszko. Oh, and Larry Zbyszko just turned the tables with that absolutely devastating head first plant into the canvas. The blood flowing down the face into the eyes of Sergeant Slaughter, but he almost seems like he enjoys it. Well, the sight of your own blood has a different effect on different men, and I'm not sure it doesn't bring out the more savage, combat-tested warrior of Sergeant Slaughter when he sees his. Oh, speaking of blood, now it is Wahoo McDaniels, who is also spilling life's precious liquid. This has turned into a Pier 6 brawl, ladies and gentlemen. Throw the rolls out the door. Zbyszko just ran into that military boot of Sergeant Slaughter. Wahoo McDaniel with the Russian leg sweep. Larry Zbyszko is in a sleeper hold. Will that be enough? Well, we've already seen Wahoo put people out with the sleeper hold. Referee needs to get in there and find out. Well, that was enough to beat Superfly Jimmy Snuka just a few moments ago, but Slaughter decided to try and take advantage of a distracted Wahoo McDaniels, and that has backfired on him. Dropping Slaughter on his head, the blood spewing from the forehead of Sergeant Slaughter. We may have to start censoring some of this action, ladies and gentlemen. It is getting graphic. If there are small children in the room, you may want to ask them to leave. Slaughter goes for the cover now. He's got Wahoo McDaniels down. He gets two, and Wahoo kicks out the back door. In the meantime, we see Larry Zbyszko has not moved since that sleeper hold. Referee needs to check on Larry Zbyszko. He could be in a lot of trouble right here. Oh, and Sergeant Slaughter putting it on to him. Wahoo McDaniels is in trouble here. That'll stretch the leg in an unnatural position, and he's forced to tap out. Well, if he didn't do that, he might have lost the knee. Sergeant Slaughter and Larry Zbyszko, the last two men. Butterfly suplex by Sergeant Slaughter, and Larry Zbyszko in trouble. These two men no strangers to one another. Absolutely not. They have had a history. Wait a minute. What's he going to do here? Zbyszko comes out the back door, and he drops Slaughter with that back suplex. Perfectly executed, and now Larry Zbyszko. Well, we've seen that sleeper hold used tonight by Wahoo McDaniel, but look at Larry Zbyszko. He's got another version of it. From the front face lock position. And Slaughter forced to tap out. There is the winner. Not only the winner of $10,000, but probably able to make a much stronger claim to the right to challenge for the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. Well, Zbyszko was already in the top 10, but this might have indeed pushed him a little higher towards that top spot. You know, when you're Rick Martel, everyone is gunning for you. There's no secret about that. Larry Zbyszko is one of the biggest names out there that wants to take down Rick Martel. The most unique battle royal we've seen here on the Nation Network, ladies and gentlemen. And it goes to that man right there, Larry Zbyszko. Fans, will be back with more. We still have the tag team champions ahead. Don't go away. All right, this crowd here at the Showboat still buzzing about that battle royal that we just saw moments ago. Larry Zbyszko, the winner of the $10,000. Well, we talk about winners. There are also losers, and one of these two men could be the ultimate loser when you think about it, because you're talking about Mad Dog Vachon. This is a guy, he's insane. I'm convinced he's insane. I would not want to be in the ring with Mad Dog Vachon. And quite honestly, I wouldn't want to be anywhere with Mad Dog Vachon. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. He's a very, very dangerous individual, to say the least. Jumping Jim Brunzell, who's been on quite the tear here in the AWA as of late. Going to have his work cut out for him in this one. You know, we talk about the tag team title situation. Well, one of the things that we haven't factored in yet is the return of Greg Gagne, who will be making his in-ring return in the very near future. He and Jim Brunzell forming the High Flyers. Any point in time, those two men are capable of taking the titles from anybody who's wearing them, and you've got to keep that in the back of your mind. The High Flyers, they are synonymous with AWA Wrestling. They are synonymous with the AWA Tag Team Championship. And you're right, they can take that title away from anybody. Don't judge a book by looking at the cover. Indeed. Bell sounds action underway right off the bat. Mad Dog going to the eyes of Brunzell, and Brunzell's going to fight back, because one thing we've seen out of Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, he can go up against any type and any style that you want to put him in the ring with. That is what got him through that big tournament just a week ago. You see him with that arm drag taking Mad Dog all the way across the ring. Continuing, and there's the drop kick by Brunzell. Brunzell known for that drop kick. He does it like nobody. Pinpoint precision, will knock someone into tomorrow with it. Brunzell, nicely done, takes him down to the mat. Side headlock, and he's going to grind it out here a little bit. This move wearing down the Mad Dog. Vachon probably a little bit surprised that Brunzell is putting up the offensive assault that he has thus far. Well, again, we talked about not underestimating your opposition, and it's very easy for me to see that Mad Dog Vachon would do that with Jim Brunzell, but it would be a mistake. Clothesline takes him out to the floor. And now it is the Mad Dog with that shot with a gut buster, but Brunzell once again coming right out, and Mad Dog Vachon. Version of a Japanese arm drag of all things. Brunzell just speared him into the ring apron. The back right there of the Mad Dog taking the brunt of the corner of the apron. He may be in a little bit of trouble already. Well, the count is up to 7 right now. Brunzell with a flying head scissor. Nicely done. Needs to beat the count back in the ring, though. And both men do. Brunzell didn't want a count out victory. He wants to pin the man in the ring. Crossbody block. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the cover right there. That would have been it. Brunzell's waiting on him to get up, and I think I've got an idea. There it is. The drop kick right on the money. Hooks the leg. This could be all she wrote. 2. Oh, and the Mad Dog able to get a shoulder off the mat. Brunzell a little bit surprised. I can't say I blame him. I've seen very few people ever get up from a jumping Jim Brunzell drop kick as he goes to work on the Mad Dog. Working the arm right now and the shoulder. Brunzell now into the corner. Mad Dog Vachon, what's he got in his mind? Driving the head into the canvas. Goes for the cover, gets one, and that's all. Didn't even hook the leg. You've got to be kidding me. You're not going to pin somebody like Brunzell if you're not going to hook the leg. Showbell crowd here in Vegas on its feet. AWA Wrestling Action brought to you here on ESPN each and every week on the Nation Network. Tremendous backbreaker across the knee, and now again, Mad Dog Vachon choking him out right in front of the referee who does nothing. You have to wonder if these referees aren't somewhat intimidated by the likes of Maurice Vachon. Big setup power slam right there by Brunzell. What's he going to follow it up with? Oh, he's going to work on the trapezius. This is something we don't normally see out of Brunzell. He's trying to fight fire with fire a little bit here. That's a legal hold. Had an effect on Maurice Vachon. And now Brunzell going up to the top rope. What's he going to do? Big splash. He caught him with a splash. I'm surprised he didn't hold on for the leg and the cover. But Brunzell just catching his breath at this moment. Has the advantage clearly. Deep arm drag right there by Mad Dog Vachon, and I think it's safe to say that the Mad Dog wasn't expecting what he's gotten thus far. Pile driver. He just pile drove Jim Brunzell into the canvas, and it's over just like that. Wow, I'll tell you right now, that is one of the most lethal moves in professional wrestling right there. And that is why it's been outlawed in so many areas, because it's able to just turn somebody's lights off just that quickly. Wait 1 second, what's going on here? Vachon, he's not happy. The win wasn't enough. He's coming back to punish Jim Brunzell. See the blood flowing down the head of Brunzell as a result of that pile driver. Fans will be back with more right after this. All right, wrestling fans, it is time now for our main event here from the Showboat Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. As promised, we're going to get a look at the AWA Tag Team Champions, the Road Warriors. Well, the Road Warriors, they are Tag Team Champions not only here in the AWA, but also over in the NWA under the banner of Jim Crockett Promotions. They have made it their mission to prove that there is no greater tag team in the world. And I would dare say they've been successful up to this point. Notable by his absence here at ringside is their manager, Precious Paul Ellering. I can only imagine what he's up to. Well, when you're carrying dual titles like that, I'm sure there's a lot of business to be conducted. This is a non-title match. Maybe he didn't feel he needed to be here for this one. Well, that'll give a huge opportunity for the Midnight Rockers. I'll tell you that right now, because without that distraction at ringside, they can focus just on the two men in the match. And that's an advantage they may not get in a title match. Fans, next week we're going to have the America's Heavyweight Championship on the line. Boris Zukov, the champion, will be defending that title right here on AWA All-Star Wrestling. All right, here come the kick-home challengers, because the title's not on the line, but they are challenging the Legion of Doom. Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, the Midnight Rockers. These two men have only been around here in the AWA for a short time, but they have learned quickly and they have demonstrated that they are absolutely one of the top tag teams in the industry and definitely in the AWA. Well, the Road Warriors are not unaccustomed to dealing with a couple of rockers. This is kind of right up their alley as far as they're concerned. Nothing out of the ordinary. This is just another day at the office. Very familiar territory for the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. See Marty Jannetty right there doing a good job of fighting back against Hawk. Working on the shoulder of the Road Warrior. Oh, and he just dropped him right on his head. He may have knocked him out with that one. Tag made to Shawn Michaels. They bring him over to the corner, which is a smart move, cutting the ring in half. Shawn Michaels springboard, but he missed. Well, that was a high-risk maneuver, and it didn't pay off the rewards. A little bit too close, and Michaels overshot the target. Going to back suplex, perfectly executed right there by Shawn Michaels. You know, we talk about how the power and the strength and the agility of the Road Warriors complement one another. Hawk is generally considered the more agile of the two. Animal, the more powerful of the two, and that's saying something because Hawk's pretty powerful himself. Well, the Midnight Rockers, they complement each other very well as well, but it's usually through tag team wrestling. They're both about equal size and equal strength. But their styles mesh so well together that that in itself is the complement. All right, Shawn Michaels in trouble. Look at this. Animal with a slingshot. Drops him now on his head, and Shawn Michaels now going to take over. That's the second time he's tried it, and the second time it's failed. He may want to try something new. Shawn Michaels right now, he is trying to get the momentum back in the corner of the Midnight Rockers, but the Road Warriors stopping it at every opportunity.
Fans, big announcement is coming up in the very, very near future regarding the president of the FWF.
Well, indeed, President San Martino having to step down. Now it's been indefinite. We're not sure how long he's going to have to step down. Double super kick right there on Animal. That could be it. There's two. And he gets his shoulder up.
The governing bodies of each of the wrestling organizations have gotten together. Burton Gagne, Jim Crockett, the McMahons, and so forth have all gotten together. They've come up with a short list of successors to see who will be the interim president of the FWF, and we are going to be finding out very soon. And I understand this, the announcement will be official at the next big move right there by Animal at the next Warfare Arena show for the FWF.
Well, that'll be one to tune into, because the person who's the president of this company is going to have a lot to say about the direction of it. Speaking of direction, what the hell's happening here?
.2K18 at its finest. Marty Jannetty seems to be out cold. Referee doesn't know what to do. And finally, taking the intelligence out of AI is 2K. There's the Irish whip into the ropes. Catches him up in the air. Throws him up in the air. Catches him with a power slam.
Well, we talked earlier about the power of Road Warrior Animal, and that is exactly what we referred to there. Russian leg sweep, and now let's see what else he's going to follow up with. Jannetty is in trouble. This is the best chance they're going to get. There's no Paul Ellering at ringside. They've got to take advantage of this opportunity where it's just 2-on-2.
Once again into the turnbuckle he goes. Tag is made, and this could be it right here. They're going to go for the Doomsday Device, and if he hits it, it's over.
Oh, he connected and just spun Jannetty around the air. Unless Shawn Michaels is able to make the save, this one will be over.
Shawn Michaels is able to make the save, and now Animal making him pay for it.
Meantime, Jannetty getting his second win somehow. No selling it like a champ.
Marty Jannetty with that belly-to-back suplex, and down he goes.
Jannetty, what's he planted here? Sunset flip, hooks the legs, he couldn't hold them. Jannetty wants to make the tag, but Shawn Michaels still down on the floor. Marty Jannetty. Oh, there's a rocker dropper, and he caught him with it. This could be all she wrote.
Shawn Michaels just barely up to his feet. Road Warrior Animals in the ring, and he breaks it up.
Well, both teams have had an opportunity to win the match, and both teams have had to make saves to prevent that.
Jannetty tried desperately, and he lunges, makes the tag. Here comes Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, now the legal man in the ring. He's got Hawk. What's he going to do with him? Big back elbow right into the midsection. Irish whip into the corner. Here comes the tag. There it is. And now what are they going to do here? Stretching him out across that top rope. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Down across the back of Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels feeling all that one.
Goes for the cover. Jannetty nowhere to be found, but Shawn Michaels has enough left in the tank to kick out. Animal going to work on the shoulder.
Now Shawn Michaels setting up for the suplex, but Animal blocks it and retaliates with one of his own. Now going to work on the arm of Shawn Michaels, and he may dislocate the shoulder or the elbow. You saw Road Warrior Hawk reaching in there, trying to make the tag. Shawn Michaels doing the right thing, cutting that off. Back body drop now by Animal. Nicely done. European uppercut now by the one half of the Midnight Rockers. And now what's he going to do? Once again from the apron. Look at the power and strength. Lunging tag man now Marty Jannetty back into the ring. Well, just in time because Shawn Michaels looked like he was in a lot of trouble, and now it is Jannetty. He's got Animal in the corner going coast to coast. Follows up with a tremendous forearm right to the jaw. Animal's in trouble. Jannetty goes for the cover, couldn't hold the shoulders. Marty Jannetty trying to play off the energy of this crowd, but the crowd is not in the ring with him, and right now Road Warrior Animal is. Jannetty's in trouble right now in that corner. Animal driving the shoulders to the midsection, hammering down on the back, taking all of the air right out of the body of Marty Jannetty. What is he doing here? Oh my word! That is a unique move for the Road Warriors. Hawk just intercepts Shawn Michaels, and just like that, it's over. Can anybody beat the Road Warriors? Well, we saw some opportunities here for Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, who now have suffered their first loss here in the AWA in the non-title match against the World Tag Team Champions. Fans, we remind you next time out, the America's Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Who will be the new president of the FWF? We're going to be finding out at the Warfare Arena. Good night, everyone.